Hello, welcome back, YouTube. Thanks for joining me once again. I hope you got to see the first part of the tutorial, I suppose, the roundabouts, where we went over the first stage or level 1 roundabout, basic roundabout for, like I said, light traffic, or maybe in a high density area where you're having trouble at a particular intersection where maybe cars are trying to make a cross traffic turn. Now this one is going to be, of course, part 2, and it will be level 2 of our roundabout. And this one is actually a pretty good one to use as your starter for your town. You know, when you first your first tile and get going in your city. So that's how we're going to build it. So let's get started. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Once again, we can probably just do something like this. I always say, kind of give yourself maybe a good road length worth of room. So we'll come here and then come down here. This one, I would also say for level 2, you can build this on the smaller side, so maybe 10 or 12 units diameter. But I would recommend going probably at least 16 to 20, 20 being a pretty solid number. And that gives you makes it easier to like hit certain nodes, kind of get a certain number of nodes on the roundabout itself, as well as, you know, gives it more capacity. So we're going to build this 20 units in diameter, like I said, just to make it easy, trying to blow everything up at the same time. And you can do something like this, come off this way. And of course, if it's 20 units in diameter, that means it's going to be 10 units radius, I guess is the right word, math people. And you can tell if you're going to build a nice perfect circle if the tiles are the same. So we should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got even the same number of tiles this way as we do this way. So that's one kind of like good like spot check. And we are on right-hand traffic, so I think we need to build a counterclockwise loop. So it would be this way, I think. Okay. And for connected to the highway, I always like to do something kind of real easy, real basic. Just come up like one unit here, one road length. Do something like this. Man, this is actually working out pretty good. Just something like that, and then just take the road and kind of come down here. Pick a good angle, any angle. I say 105 is probably fine. And just note that in your brain, because that way you can do the same thing on this side. 105. Like that, and just delete this piece. And if you want to get real fancy with it, you can go, okay, maybe I'll chop it off right here. So this is, I don't know, we'll put the circle is just shy of that other circle. Or maybe we'll go right there. So the circle is touching the other circle. Put a road there. And do the same thing on this side. It'll be probably right about there. And you can tell the tiles broke up nice and evenly. So you're about the same on both sides. Delete these little nubs off if you want. And then you can kind of do something like this. Boom. And then if it will let you come this way. It did. There you go. And now you have this. And then of course you can upgrade this to highway roads. Oh, I drove the wrong way. Or maybe I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. I drove the right way. I guess I just drew this piece this way. That's all. And there you go. That's your first start of your city here. And then the next thing, so stage 2, the way it's different, or level 2, the way it's different from, we'll say, level 1, is you're going to have these diagonally type roads. I tend to start mine one click down from the roundabout, so you can see how we have that one little, I don't know, dashed line. It turns out to be 8 units from the end. So if you do, you know, -1, -1, -2, you get right there. Then I just draw a line that goes straight down. And you can use the 4-lane road. I mean, whatever road you want to use. I tend to use this road. And these are going to be the kind of the legs coming off the roundabout. Just like that. And then there you are. And now we're going to build basically the slanted or angled roads going to it. And I would use, we can use the 2-lane highway road. It's going to be fine. And there's 2 main angles you're trying to hit on this. 153. So that's here. And I guess in this video I'll show you how to mess it. What can happen if you mess it up and how to fix it. And then 60 here. And the reason we do that... Oh, I drove the wrong way. My bad. I'm used to playing on left-hand traffic. So I messed it up. Well, that's easy enough. We gotta put a note here. Because it won't let me click. So if you end up messing up, you can just drop a note somewhere. And then that way you can get the angles you want. See, I can't get to 60. So I just push it over. Like that. Alright, there we go. And I always draw the exiting road first. And you can see here, we get nice straight arrows. This is why we're doing this. We want to get nice straight arrows here. This allows us to use both lanes of the road. As well as you'll see that we have a nice smooth curve here. Nice smooth curve here. And I'll mess up this one so you can kind of see what happens when things go wrong. And it might actually even mess up the roundabout. So if you go like a little too short, so we'll say here. Maybe we can grab this one to 60. You see how the road it's like a weird bump out? We'll go ahead and turn this. Here. We get the straight arrows like we want. But you see how the road is like all like deformed right here? So like the car's got to do like some kind of goofy like out and over. And then the same thing will happen on this side if this is kind of like too short this way. This will like bump out and the cars will have to do like a goofy to the left and to the right. So we don't want that. And then of course the opposite. So what happens if we go the other way? So that's kind of like too narrow or not enough, large enough angle. You can go this way, you could go too much. And if you go, oh, this is going to mess up the roundabout. This may break here. If you go too much of an angle out this way, you get these 2 arrows here. You see I have a turn right and a turn left. So now we can't utilize this lane. Okay? So we don't want that either. But if you do the 153.60, and maybe if I'm smart enough, I'll put it in the have it come across the screen. Then you'll get a nice, perfect arrows and road. The road will look real nice. See, 2 arrows going in, and the road is nice and curved here, nice and smooth. That's what we're looking for. And we'll do it one more time. I said always do the exiting road first. Just find it that this tends to work better. And 60. All right. That is stage 2. So the advantages of stage 2 over stage 1, obviously you have these roads here. So now the cars, when they go enter and exit the roundabout, they have a nice decent turn here, and they can maintain speed, probably keep at max speed or pretty close to top speed as they enter and as they exit. They just kind of zoom straight in, zoom straight out. Whereas on level 1, this road butts up right against this road, and you have to make basically like a 90-degree turn coming on and off. And then therefore the cars have to slow down. So if you have more and more traffic and cars are stopping here to slow down, well then it piles all the way back up on the highway, right? So on this one, people can get out of the way fast enough so that the folks wanting to maybe come off over here aren't getting blocked by the folks coming off here. because they don't have to slow down. I said this will handle your first tile in the start of the city. This will handle an entire tile of, I would say, light commercial, light residential, some office, and some industry. Enough to sustain probably, we'll say, 10,000 people. You get that on your first tile? Probably like 6 to 10,000 people. It could sustain maybe 2 tiles if you had like maybe a second or even a third like way in and out of those tiles. So this will handle a pretty good amount of traffic. And I think that's about it. It's just good for, also it's good for, I would say, maybe not quite mixed density. Small area of mixed density, yeah, you probably could be okay with this. Definitely won't handle high density or industrial area. I mean, if it's small, it might. If it's big, it's going to get clogged up kind of quick. Because what's going to happen is the cars are going to try and get out in these lanes, and they're going to get all blocked up. So good for, like I said, first tile, first part of your city when you first create your city, or a tile of light density. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'm on Twitch at New Build City as well, so of course come watch me live and chat and say hi and do all that fun stuff. And we'll move on to the next one, which is going to be level 3 right after this one. Take care and have a great day. And as always, happy building.